Hello, welcome, challengers, gods, goddesses, whoever you are. My name is Sir Ember, and today I am joined by Sir Calamity.
How's
How
it
you?
going?
I'm doing well. We got this virus going around still. Everybody's staying at home, and you know what you should do? You should stay at home and smite.
Yeah, I heard it's a pretty good idea. The whole virus thing going on right now.
Yeah. With week 5 of the BOTG podcast, we got the first game being Incompetent Strategy versus AG Revenant. Then in game 2, we got the very own BOTG Girthworms against the AG Baron's Cough Medicine.
Yeah, game 2 should be good. Actually, game 1 should be good too. Really, both
Oh
games
yeah,
I think should be pretty good today. We got pretty much the top guys in Titan division for game 1 facing off here, and then second set should be battle of the bottom, as it were, and see which team can get their first set win on the table. It should be interesting.
yep, that will be definitely a very interesting set going forward. But yes, our first game though that we're going to be focusing on will be AG Revenant versus Incompetent Strategy. Right now, we're going into picks and bans, and I'll let you take it away with them.
So I think a lot of these picks and bans just come down to, you know, like there's meta stuff as they're banning, the X Ball and the Merlin Hunbats as you see, but a lot of it comes down to teams recognizing their own identity. I'm not sure exactly which of these teams has figured that out, but hopefully they can come up with some interesting niche picks that we haven't seen in a while.
Exactly. And there's that Odin ban, that's a definite, good ban, I would say.
Yeah, I don't really like playing against Odin, just running me down with his three, chasing me out of duo lane. And that's really annoying, so I'm glad that's off the table for them.
Also, I think it's a thing with an Odin ban. Odin can go into 3 different roles pretty good with the, support, solo, or jungle, to where when picking up early, the second stage bans gets even harder.
Yeah, he's a really good flex pick to go around. Not too great in the jungle right now, I will say. I prefer him probably in support the most, but yeah, definitely a good idea to get him off the table for that much potential you could have as Kama and Hoyi banned respectively. Emoja first pick locked in by Birch here, and that's most likely going over to the support.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first, I think the first actual Umoja pick in our cast.
Really
Possibly. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't remember seeing her yet.
interesting.
When there's a Kuzmo and Sobek. That's yeah, definitely interesting because now you're definitely getting the solo support roles. You don't have any type of flex with those 2 picks.
Yeah, it's interesting that they lock in the double guardian right away, kind of showing their card almost immediately out the gate. I would have liked to see them maybe try a little bit harder to hide what they're going for, but at the same time, I guess if they have a strategy and they're going to stick to it, then it's a good idea to get at least Sobek off the table. Maybe Kuzumbo could have been saved for a later ban, unless they have some sort of plan figured out where they want it to get it right now, so they don't have any potential to counter draft.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming with the Kuzumbo, maybe they're going to go double hunter here. Maybe that could be on the cards for them. I'm not exactly sure where this is going, as Raijin and Hachi locked in. What do you think, Embers? Where do you think they're going to go with this draft? I'm kind of confused here.
I'm thinking they're going to go more aggressive. Like, there's that first hunter, but I still think they're probably going to stick to an aggressive mage because that's a lot of dives so far.
Yeah.
I'm sure now, with having, that invulnerability and his 3 makes it to where he can still stay safe if, he gets dove on without having that peel for him.
Yeah. And with Chernobog locked in, Hunter with a lot of safety in lane, really early gank potential with that global rotation. Hachiman, pretty safe lane matchup for the most part. So hopefully, maybe they're looking to have a more global presence on the map with this early pickup. As Pele and Dodgy banned out. Good bans from both, I believe. Dodgy a little bit curious because all three of these characters have CC immunity already in their kits for the side of AG Revenant. So I'm not sure exactly. I guess Dodgy just more annoying than anything.
I would say she's harder to peel off than some of the other assassins, especially with that teleport. To where just to help with the peel, possibly for the Cherno and whoever the other backline is.
You know what I'm shocked by, actually? Or just at all. So Thor wide open here for
In
Incompetent
phase 2
Strategy.
open Thor.
Maybe they're baiting the Thor pick. I don't know why you would leave it open though. It's just kind of he just
Exactly.
into everyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no real hard counter to Thor right now.
They banned Bacchus. This is really interesting. They banned a bunch of backline diving gods. So
which I get that with getting the Kuzenbo. Yeah. I get that, you know, Sobek and Kuzenbo banning the other dive junglers right now because they already got so much to where if you had the Pele in the backline with those two, you couldn't peel them all off in time.
It makes sense. Thanatos being hovered by Fox here. And, you know, Thanatos does a lot of what Thor does, but a little bit less CC. Quite a bit more damage, especially early on, and basically an execute for late game, which will be really useful against double tank. Well, double Guardian, especially here.
And the Cucullin. And the Thana pick. Oh! Whoa!
What is going on here? There's no way that's locked in, right?
No.
There's no way. That's got to be troll.
If we see
I'm so confused.
The triple Guardian come out right now.
That would be insane. They're out of their minds. I kind of want them to lock it in now just to see.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you think about it, there's enough damage from Magical that I could see it happen.
I could. Yeah. I don't know, though, because at the same time, they don't have any damage to
oh, there's the Discordia.
Yeah, I figured it was troll.
Okay.
I had to think, you know, rationally why you would even hover that, but there is no real rational reason. Discordia locked in, and yeah, we avoided a crisis.
Yeah, that's a lot of dive over on the red team right now with the AG Revenant.
Yeah, I think Incompetent Strategy. This draft can work. We'll see how well it translates. It's really whether or not I believe the Thanatos can get off to an early lead. They could easily snowball this on the side of AG Revenant. They have a lot of pressure in solo and in duo lane with that Umoja. Early jungle pressure with the Thanatos, Raijin combo. They're going to have to do a pretty good job of trying to defend their buffs early if they can't even do that. So it's really going to fall on the back of if they can wait out this early game in Incompetent Strategy and farm effectively, then I think their late game will just be better.
Exactly. I definitely 100% agree with that right there. I would say if they're able to, you know, on the Incompetent Strategy side, yeah, keep the Raijin and the Hachi safe. If they can focus the peel from the Kukulkan and the Umoja, that would be their best chance of winning this game.
Yeah, I like Revenant's draft. It's all around pretty decent. They have quite a bit of dive potential. Umoja is really annoying to deal with in team fights. But the same token, so is Sobek Kuzenbo. I'm a little bit worried about the lack of peel for Incompetent Strategy here. They really don't have a great amount of
oh, and that's an early gank in the duo lane right there. Hachi in trouble already, gets plucked.
Literally 5 seconds after the timer starts, Chernobog already sent back to base.
To see that. Slight apologies right now. The names are blocked up at the top. The blue team is Incompetent Strategy, and AG Revenant is the red team.
I can see them. I think Stream can too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can.
Okay.
You might not be able to see him. You might want to change your stuff, but
No, for
First
me.
blood.
Okay.
Are there?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, is that the deal?
Yep, the names are just flip-flopped at the moment.
I'm mad.
Okay, so... Sorry about
So-
that in chat right now.
Well, you know what? I listen to names, and you know this is gonna be confusing the rest of the game, but I'll try my best. Let's just ignore that. So, Tradabog gets the first blood, 500 gold in his pocket, already level 2. Oh, it's Kuzubo support. We didn't even address this.
Oh,
Blinks
and
in
there's
with
the
beans.
blink.
That was a good play. So back to what I was saying, early 500 gold for Tradabog, already level 2. They got their purple buff invaded, it looked like, while we were sorting that out. So, dual lane's going to have a pretty big advantage. They're already at 500, 600 gold at a minute 30. Not the end of the world, but early rotations can be expected as we fight over oracles. Looks like they split there. I've been going aggressive on this. I don't know about this call,
Oh,
but
and
he has
there's...
backup.
Oh! Early rotations from the AG Revenant are
Yeah, that's
really
what will
hurting.
happen when you get first blood so quickly. That could have been a dead Thanatos. He had no beads there, and Birch just bashed in. He's got to be dead here. Oh, they missed the stun and the push. I still think he's dead to rights here. Just a few more autos need to be hit. One more. The shell comes out just in time.
Oh, and the
Perfect.
emotion wall.
Perfect from Yamoja there. As Stan against the
There
girl
was
mid.
pick off. Yep, there was 2 kills in mid actually. The Raijin got picked off as well. So that's... No, it was Discordia. I'm sorry. Discordia got picked off as well.
Robin also died as well in the feed a little bit ago, so mid and jungle from, I guess, Incompetent Strategy, right?
Yep.
Yes, mid and jungle from Incompetent Strategy, get the kills there. So like going about how you expected.
Yeah.
Nothing happening. So Becca Colin, we'll see you in 15 minutes, boys.
Do you think there would be more plays when they took out the double pots for double the health pot? But no, it didn't really change up too much in the solo.
Well, no. I think the biggest change was the Guardian's Blessing nerf. A lot less Guardians in solo lane. Now it's really just only the ones that can clear somewhat okay. And I guess Tobek can't really clear that well either, but Tobek's really hard to kill, so that's the reason you see him over there a lot. Guardians like Kuzubo just being annoying. We do a lot more damage than people think, early on especially.
Right, yep, we got action going on, you know, a little bit back and forth in mid at the moment. Duo, you know, Kuzenbo and the Cherno are, you know, really pushed up still as well.
Yeah, XP per minute, Raijin topping it out at 560, doing his part.
Yep.
I guess that early kill kind of helped him out there. 1-0. Probably about a level up or so. Maybe even more, actually, as Discordia didn't even hit 6 there. He finally does. But looks like Rich here might even hit 7 after that wave. So a little bit of disparity in the mid, as well as duo lane. So they're not getting their buffs invaded, though, like I thought they would be.
Oh, yeah.
Incompetent Strategy hasn't... I don't even think they've gone for a red buff, and it's actually the other side that's gone for the invade. I guess that was only on the purple at the start. A little lull in the action here. Did Rich steal those?
Looking to train. I
think so.
am not too sure. Yeah, it was a close
He switched
one.
as the XP popped up, but I couldn't tell.
Alright, there's a
Oh.
blink, but stun on the Kuzenbo, and that's a 3-man rotation.
And they're gonna all in commit to this Emoji. He's dead to rights unless he gets the wave off. No.
Oh, that was close.
That was
If that
close.
was like a half second longer, I think he might have lived.
I think that's the second time where Kuzubo's blinked in, and I think he missed the 3, and the Hachi still beats it, which is really unfortunate for him. Can't really predict when people are going to hit it or miss it, so understandable that he needs that. He gets out safe, but Umoja takes a spill.
Discordia coming
end of
over to that solo right now, though. To get
I don't think they could kill this Cullen, especially not now. Probably a little bit more so defending the blue buff than anything, but she's not even going to help him drop it, so I'm not really sure why she came over there. She's going back mid now, and looks like Cullen's going straight back to the blue. I don't really... Yeah, I don't like that call from the Discordia, but...
Yeah, especially that ult right there, because even if that were to hit, I don't think that would have been too much damage.
Well, he has everything up still. I mean, I guess maybe he doesn't have cooldowns there or something. I can only imagine. We didn't really know, so yeah, nothing really gonna come from that. Already has Glad Shield, pretty tanky, but I guess not to them. So decent attempt, didn't work out. I'd like to see them try that maybe next time on their blue buff. See if they can get it.
Yeah, no, the carry lane going back to the 1v1 that has been the last couple of seasons for the majority of the time.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy that meta more so than the. I like the duo lane early as we got a fight over here, but they are literally taking no damage. Oh my.
Yeah, this is why we don't watch solo lane much. A lot of things happen, but the health bars never go down really.
Yeah, he already has Jade. He's like literally taking negative damage. He's probably healing it by hitting it. It's probably not a great idea. And same thing for Glad Shield, so pretty much a wash over there. But yeah, no, as I was saying, yeah, I really enjoy the supports. The duo lane start, where at least you're starting over in duo lane and you're leaving, around level 5, if not earlier, maybe a little bit later. Okay, but I like how it's 1v1 against Raijin. A ton of damage to the Ramen here. Gets hit with the Discordia 2. Ramen ults over the wall. He ults, but he's going to get taken out in the end. Nice kill from Agent Surges. They could posture here for a Gold Fury. Lots of pressure here in the duo lane, but looks like they're just going to back off, and a good kill from Agent Surge there.
Got, a little bit fight over at that purple buff. Cherno trying to take it, but not successful. But I do have to, give him credit for getting that pressure onto that Raijin, because now Discordia is back in and has passed the Raijin in the levels when she was previously behind.
Yeah. I think, honestly, they got the kill there, but I think they probably could have got buffed there. Cullen's getting engaged on now. Alt's getting his rage up, gets hit with the apple. Gonna transform, get enough health to survive, but he runs into another player, and this might be another spill here.
Oh, yeah.
For AG Revenant. He's staying alive for now, but the 2 will finish him off, and that's 2 back-to-back kills for AG Revenant.
So, with, that first early kill by AG Revenant, they, gave up 2 kills, but they took another 3 after giving up that 2.
Yeah, not really much to fight over there. I guess he was invading the blue, so it's a good thing that they rotated over. This is what I wanted them to do before, but I wanted them to send more, and I guess they heard me, because they sent 3 people over there this time, and they end up getting the kill. And I just noticed attack speed boots on Kakula in this game. I'm not really sure that's the player.
That's dashed down on the Hachi. And the beads now.
Birch has no ult here either, but Thanatos is here. So it's all of AG Revenant though. It looks like Birch is going to be dead here. Thana in the air, waiting for turn of the land, but he's not going to be able to find him. He just got outweighted by that turn ult. And that's a feels bad. Poor Fox, unless he could find him. Oh, that was a really close. That would have been the laziest of lazybacks had he died there. He would have been kicking himself, but able to get out, and a 1-for-0 yet again for AG Revenant.
Would be watching for, whichever team to set up this gold here, because, 10 minutes in, a lot easier to take. Oh, but there is that gank on the Discordia.
Discordia gonna apple out, but yeah, she's dead to rights. Raijin. Emoja here for the clutch heals, but it's not gonna matter. Agent Surge is on a mission, and his mission is to kill the Raijin, but he gets traded, as there's 3 members there to pick.
I'm surprised the Discordia didn't ult in that situation though. She could have easily saved.
She did. She ulted the. I think it was, she ulted the. Oh, Umoja. Sorry, I thought you said Disco.
Yeah, Umoja. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised
no,
that Umoja didn't ult in that
situation.
I
think he shielded twice and used all of his Omi on that. If I was watching correctly, he probably ran out. I didn't see how much Omi he had, but yeah, that would have been ideal since Robin's ult was out or down. But yeah, really unfortunate. Couldn't live through that. But at least they respond in kind this time. They get the 2-for-1 on the backside, and really, there's not really much coming off of these kills. No real buff invades or camps or really anything. They're kind of just fighting for the sake of fighting as Birch gets the kill with the help of Thanatos in the long lane. And that'll get him some pressure over there. Nothing up, but they're posturing over this Gold Fury.
They do have 4 over there that they can possibly, they are gonna try and attack for this gold here, but you got Ravana coming up.
Keep in mind, Strenabog does have all these spawning in 5, but it looks like they're not even caring about this Gold Fury.
Oh, Incompetent Strategy with gold. AG Revenant, sorry, that even threw me up, but AG Revenant stole that one right there.
That's why I hesitated, because I didn't know who got that, because the names are backwards.
But the Ravana did get the steal right there with his 1.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't just try and kill him there. I mean, I guess they have okay secure with the Raijin ult, but he could have easily used his fear and just feared him away, and then they could have got it too. There was a lot of things they could have done there to try and make sure that they get that Gold Fury. It was just sloppy, really, but.
Oh, you got a rotation going over here onto the Sobek.
I don't think they kill this Sobek.
Yeah, there's his ult.
Yeah. Sobek really tanky at this point. Has a just get out of jail free card going underwater, so.
But that does give a lot of pressure over to the Kukulkan because, never mind, the Raijin, the Sobek's teleport is coming up, so he will actually be able to teleport and get back to full health soon.
Ooh, Thanatos. Wrong neighborhood, buddy, as he's gonna get rotated on. He's gonna ult out, but not quite in time. Disco 1 takes him out. Fox gonna go back to base for a little bit and think about what he's done.
Alright. Now you got Raijin, just taking that loss, going back to his camp now and everything, but I'm surprised with getting that 1 kill and, knowing that at most they would have 2, maybe 3, that AG Revenant didn't go for that Pyromancer right there.
Yeah, they could have, but they had it warded, so it would have been kind of risky either way for either team to do that right there. Gold's like dead even still. 1,000 gold up for AG Revenant, 7-7 is the kill. So basically, after all said and done, we got a pretty much tie game on our hands. XP a little bit in favor of Revenant still, but that's not too bad considering it's probably a half a level to a level between a few people. So pretty much dead even. The next Gold Fury fight or this Pyromancer is really where I want to see them start grouping up here in a bit. I think there's 4 people in right. They could probably go for Pyro now. I don't know if they know that A's third base there, but no one's going to go for it right now, so just back to farming.
Alright. Do have everyone going over towards that left jungle, though. I wonder if there might be a confrontation here. Raijin looking for that poke over the wall, doesn't get it. Oh, that's the Kukulkan going in, though. Getting some damage on that Discordia, but not enough to make much of a difference.
I'm not really sure why they sent Kukulkan over here. Gold Fury's not up, and they already got this mid-tier 1. Sobek's just allowed the proxy now. Unless they go for Pyro here, which could be risky considering the Sobek could just easily flank them here. They have the numbers for now. But
looks like, yes, they are gonna go for it. They are downing that Pyro, and they're gonna be able to secure it this time.
Yeah, AG Revenant get the Pyro Thana up in the air. He shouldn't go back down here, as he's gonna miss anyway. Doesn't really matter, but he's gonna get taken out. Kuzubo, Disco in the background, taking him out. Warning. Mullingar, sorry. Comes back in, cleans up. Double kill. Chernobog ult came in clutch there. Slow everyone down and get that rotation. So after all said and done, what was that? A
3 for 0
in trade for 3 kills, and they're going to look to go fire giant now.
And I think they easily get this one because Hachi does have to take a while to get there, and he's the only.
Yeah, they both back. This is a free fire giant at 15, 16 minutes, and now they can group up with these death timers and possibly push this tier 1 in right. Still a little early in the game, and they're not up by much gold here, so I think first call they should probably go is to the Gold Fury after they back here, or if they back here. Take a fight there, and if they do fight them there, then that's when they can really start opening the door and exposing these towers and phoenixes.
You got Kukulon trying to defend here, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much until that backup arrives. Oh, it's just Sobek alone, even though he has fire, that is 3 rotating to his way, so he does have to retreat.
Yeah, I wanted the blue. Didn't get the blue. I feel you on that. Sobek clear sucks. Not much you can do there.
You got the Ravana sneaking up on the Hachi.
Oh,
whiffs his 3 onto the wall. Feels bad.
Yeah, he didn't have blink up. I think in his mind he probably blinked there. I'm in a player's perspective. He probably pressed blink, but his blink wasn't up, and then he just 3'd. There's just no way that was gonna hit him, even if he didn't hit it into the wall. You know, it wouldn't have reached him. So, give him the benefit of the doubt here.
The AG Revenant going for this Gold Fury, though, being the primal, helping them for the later objectives. Without much,
really just taking neutral farm off the map while they have the regular fire giant, excuse me. Just making it so they have more of a lead than they already did, and you know, only up really a couple 3k right now. It's not a big lead, so the more they can get, the better when they're trying to siege into these towers. Because sieging can be one of the hardest things to do in Smite, especially the further you go down into their towers and phoenixes, the harder it gets. So
that's where the strength, I would say, in their team, because once it sieges, you got the Ravana, Kuzumo, and Sobek to hit that backline.
Yeah, they have so much backline die. It's going to be hard for them to be able to live here. Raijin gets really low. That is near. I don't know if this is the best ult, but he's going to go back down. Raiju coming out. Mojal takes down the disco. 1 for 1 so far as Raijin has to dash out 1 HP as Robin's going to ult on top. Age is going to buy some time. Robin can't close the kill, but Raijin's still in trouble as he's going to get taken out. Sobek ult the last hit here, and 3 for 2, a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower. I'd take that all day if I were AG Revenant there.
For sure, that's one that, you know, definitely towards their favor. Keeps that lead going, and they're going to be able to get mid tower off this as well.
Yeah, really, the gold advantage is not too bad, but the XP, I didn't realize 8,000 XP now in the lead. 3 level difference in the jungle is what I'm looking at. Mainly, this Thanatos has been shut down and really hasn't been able to do much in these last couple of engagements, really.
That's the one bad thing I would say about Thana, is if he gets behind in the jungle, he is really hard to, you know, come back into the game and make a good presence.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. He's just late game, if you're behind, you're just kind of an alt bot, and I think he's just, I watched the last couple of fights, I think he's just taking too much damage front end, and I think he needs to play a little bit more patient. I don't know how much patience he's going to have, though. They're starting to fall behind here, so hopefully, you know, maybe wait for a mistake and then punish them next time if he can. Easier said than done, though, so we'll see what happens as AG Revenant going to reset and spend all this gold.
You know, much, you know, respect, though. Look at the words placed from the, you know, Raijin. Being top words place in the mid, even though you want that gold, that's mad respect right there.
Oh yeah, I yell at my jungler. I yell at everyone all the time to ward, because, you know, I'm playing mid and I'm gonna die over and over. Yeah, can I have some wards, guys, please? May I have some change?
Yeah, you know, the stereotypical, you know, Koja Fox solo laner, not having the, you know, being bottom wards.
That was my old solo laner. He had like 1 ward a game, maybe, if I'm lucky. And that was only so you could TP behind them and kill them. Oh, the days. So Fire Giant has worn off now, and they're on the Pyro right now. Next one is spawning. They're down 8k, quite a few levels. I don't know if they should fight into this or not, but I don't think they get this for free. Maybe they just show presence here and make them step up a little bit. It's really only the
they have to defend this fire, though.
It's 5
Like,
levels.
if they do get this second...
Ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, if they end up getting this fire right here as well, I think that is a Phoenix maybe too with the team comp in the lead they have so far.
Yeah,
with some type of
it can be pretty hard to siege into, but the way they've been playing these team fights has been kind of really late, I'd say. Not reacting very well. As Fire Giant already below 50%. Then it's going to look in the air. They're going to reset it smart. As Chernobog is going to land on the Kusa, but that's not the person you want to land on. As Fox is going to take another spill. Sobek in ult will land on. It's like no one here. Oh, he does clip burst. Age is too late. He's going to feed too, but it looks like he's going to get chased down, and Age is Surge able to kill him there. Rich does take 2 on the other side. Hold up, this fight isn't over yet, but there's just front line left.
And you know, you got Kukulin coming back into it, getting that damage onto the Sobek. Now it's just the Ravana.
Yeah, this Robin should be dead. That was a really good peel to help Rich there.
Oh, yeah.
From Incompetent Strategy. So, at the end of the day, I think that was, what, 3 for 3? I can't even remember. Pretty much a wash. They got him on fire, and that's exactly what they should be doing at this stage. Not fighting into them, but not letting them take the FG just for free. So I like that out of them. They stopped this Robin, who's been, you know, on a tear, just terrorizing their backline. So that was good. That was a good fight. More of that, and I think they can stall this game out a little bit longer and possibly win. I do like their comp overall. I think is a little better, but the way this game is shaping, they're just kind of getting chased down in the backline by these tanks. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. The next Fire Giant, I think, the next Fire Giant fight will really determine who wins this game, I think.
Something off AG Revenant I've been noticing that's really been good for the team is every time Thana ults, Cherno goes up into his ult to force that Thana to go on to someone else. That's been really good, you know, play by that Cherno using that defensively.
Yeah, it's really whether or not who dives whose backline first and who lives really in these fights, because once the backline from Revenant dies, it's really, or sorry, yes, Revenant. I'm still confused by that. Oh my god. Once the backline from Revenant dies, there's not a lot of follow-up damage, really. So they kill Chernobog, their siege is kind of over, you know? Like, they killed Discordia, their siege is over.
We do have a slight pause in the game here.
Yeah, Crimson DC is unfortunate. But this gives me time to talk about what I wanted to talk about earlier before like a million fights broke out. I saw the attack speed boots on the Kukulin, and I was wondering like about that. I don't think I've seen that on anyone. I may have done that like once.
Oh, there. Oh, it's back into it. Okay. And AG Revenant does get the Gold Fury right there, and is only Fury too, so...
I guess the advantage of that is getting your passive up off minions faster, maybe? Or just like people? I don't know. Because you're not really auto-attacking much as Kukulin. Anyway. Well, you kind of are. I don't know. I don't hate it. I kind of like it, actually.
But with this fire being up again, they are going to try and do another 5v fight over here. But yeah, you do have it
heavily in favor of AG Revenant, and
so by going and get so much damage onto that Hachi right now and everything.
They need to just kill him. He is so far away from the rest of this team. He's just free here. Yeah, I don't know.
What same thing with Cullen. Cullen went into that 3D one, but was able to be just fine when Sobek got blown up.
I didn't even think Kukulin was taking that fight when Sobek was out there fighting them all. I'm not sure if that was miscommunication or what, but Raijin in the back really low. Surge just one-shots him, basically, is Thana unsure of who to go on. I think he's going to land on Surge, but no, this Blink gets him out, and he's going to go back and turn on the run. As he gets the kill on Thanatos. Oh my.
Gonna dashing and trying to get these kills off. There's the Hachi ult.
God. So much damage, but Birch does get away with the Kakolan. 1 HP on both, and Umoja's gonna back right behind them. Wow.
Can you believe after all that fighting, that was just a 2 versus 2 though?
I know, I'm very surprised that they couldn't kill any of them there. Really. And that gives
But
time
they
for
do
Sobek
have both their damages on that fire giant.
Yeah,
They got Hachi coming up.
now.
Yep, and
Well,
yes,
they're
they're
gonna
not
get
going to be
off.
able to.
Birch is dead here, though. Yeah, Birch is
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
A good strike 1 combo. Able to kill him here as it's the 2 tanks here to defend, but they're going for Pyro right now. Too low health to even consider FG, I think, and they're just gonna... Oh no, they might still go for this.
Again,
I'm not a
they are
huge fan of this
going
call,
on
but they
FP.
are 4v2. So, definitely doable. If Colin can make some noise, he can definitely stall this. I think he should have already been in here, but he's a little waiting for somebody. Thanatos gonna go on FG.
And Dana does
get
get
it? I
the
think he
steal
got
right
it.
there. Yep. Dana did get the steal there.
Wow. I think that was an auto attack. Got that. He's gonna end up taking his fill, but that's already more than they should have gotten as they're calling a retreat. Long Rajan. Rich doing a good job annoying the Sobek, but Robin in the back. Is he gonna fear him away? I like that, but he's gonna need help here to peel him off. His teammates just kind of left him. Dash is coming up though, so maybe he can kill and get out as well. One's coming up.
And there's the
getting
kill
last one.
onto him.
This is a wild game, I'll tell you what. So after all is said and done, Incompetent Strategy steal the FG, and they pretty much go even in that fight. So
Yep, and they helped the XP difference bit before from that mid game right there. They are
Yeah.
bringing that back up.
yeah,
where
XP
it-
is not even an issue anymore. Yeah, it's pretty much negligible. Most
There
players
is
level
that
20.
5 gold. Yeah, there's that 5G gold difference and everything.
Yeah. This is a crazy game. This is a very crazy game. The way AG Revenant was playing it, it looked like they were just gonna stomp all over him after they got that first FG, but things have turned. And it looks like
Oh, that stun onto that Kuzumbo right there possibly saved the life of that Hachi.
that was a strange interaction. That was really, I didn't even know that. So he dashed through the
Yeah,
guy,
that was
dashing him and stunned him. I didn't know that's how that worked. I learned something today, chat.
The more you know.
What do you know, guys?
The rainbow pops up and everything.
There's a little light bulb over my head.
Yep.
So, looks like that was Primal Fury that was pinged there. I believe that was by AG Revenant, and they're probably going to send Chernobog over there to maybe do that. Because it looks like both teams are posturing over here now on the Gold Fury side. With Oracles being secured, it looks like maybe nothing will come of this. At least not yet. Yeah, and if Incompetent Strategy knew, or sorry, if AG Revenant knew that all 4 people are over there, all 5 people are over here, they just do fire. Oh wait, no, fire's down. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forgot they had it. Not here. Not here giving suggestions. The donuts.
But they are going to get this tower now, but there are still all 3 2-2 towers of AG Revenant up at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I like this call from them, but it's kind of interesting that they didn't. I guess this is tier 1 tower, and they weren't ready. But yeah, they're definitely gonna defend this tier 2. I like this a lot more from them if they can. They're even gonna chase them out. Oh my.
Yeah, possibly chase them out, and this might be possible setup for gold for either one of the teams right here. You got 5 both over.
Yeah, everybody has all their relics up, so this is gonna be a clean 5v5. Vanna's still really far behind, still level 18, 30 minutes in the game. I think he just needs to go try and find a wave or 2 in a different lane maybe and try and tell his team to hold on a minute. He has the global or semi-global ult, so starting up Gold Fury.
Starting Gold Fury. Going Blinks and does get his ult off, is just peeling on the backline.
That's good transformation management.
Oh, there is that Thana all over on them and gets blown up by the Discordia, unfortunately.
Robin's gonna up down on top of the Riser. You could call it look like actually. Riser's gonna fear him off of the Hashi, but these Aegis used in the back, and Rich is gonna die for that, saving his solo laner, it looked like, but oh my, what is Rich doing up there? Not sure how he
was
there, but
casually getting the Cherno, you know.
Yeah. He just
had to show his, you know, dual lane dominance
right there. 100% worth right there. So 3 for 2, Gold Fury still
Which
up.
I actually kind of like it in this situation because now they got to try and siege without.
Yeah, there's no way they can siege this Phoenix without the Chernobog alive and the 2 tanks. Like, this is just not doable.
Yeah.
They're not gonna have wins.
In all actuality, that was a very smart play. Yes, he did give up a death for the
all
team.
All they need to do here is clear the wave, and then they just go into Discordia. If they ever try and get that Phoenix, which looks like pretty much impossible, so they're gonna back up. I would have liked to see them maybe go back to Gold Fury after they got the 3 for 2 and possibly try and pull it. It would have been harder to do without Chernobog, but a lot easier than doing a mid Phoenix without your Hunter. So, you know, all in all, pretty much a wash. And, you know, Incompetent Strategy is really stalling out this game more and more. So I think if this Thanatos can start getting some decent engages, get his full build online, this game can turn.
See, the Thanatos hasn't been really much a factor at all. Sitting at only 8.3k player damage at the moment.
Is he really? Oh, wow.
Yep. Versus the other enemy jungler who is sitting at almost double the player damage, to where Thana just really needs to start, you know, focusing on targets, getting that damage done, because the diving...
He's just ulting in too early, I think. And it's kind of hard because Goose is really just trying to go in and use all their cooldowns on him. But then their backline's getting destroyed, so he has no follow-up. And if Thanatos doesn't go in, then there's no threat for Goose killing their backline really at all. They just spread out and just avoid him for the most part.
I do think, no, with how much Kagran is getting blown up every time he dies, Thana can easily probably ult to kill the Sobek a lot faster in these fights.
Yeah, honestly, that might even be the play. Like, every time the Thana has ulted and gone up in the air, the backline of AG Revenant just back up and just group up together and wait for him to go down. So instead of doing that, maybe on the other side, turn around and go on the Sobek, even if he's not in execute or something, and just, like, make sure that they kill the frontliner. And then that way they have a winning team fight.
Yeah, because then it's, you know, the 4v5 fight, but also having, you know, that one less dive on the team really helps out.
Robin wrapping around. His Pyro did not get reset, so looks like AG Revenant.
No, Incompetent Strategy.
Wow, I hate the names. We gotta get that right.
Incompetent Strategy.
No. Never. No, it's fine.
But you got Incompetent Strategy picking that one up right there, you know, does help a bit more. Getting that Thana up in levels a bit more to try and catch up. He's still only level 18, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, it's been like 5 minutes since he spawned, and I haven't seen him do any... to be fair, they're all grouped around fire, I guess, but there's buffs up behind him he could do and still be there to impact.
If I were them, I would go on this as soon as I hear this Gold Fury, because they don't have vision.
Yeah, but Chernobog has all, so he could be there in a blink of an eye, so they're going to start up FG. Yeah, he is in the air. And he
just went up down.
I don't know if I like that call. They're losing this fight on the back end. There's 2 people that are really low. Thana misses the ult, but Sobek's going to be super low as he gets exploded. Oh my god. That was so much damage. Birch having to Aegis out the Robin. Robin immune frames out of it, but he's going to get chased down by the Hachi ult. Emoji last hit secures the kill, but Chernobog going to get chased down now. Is Blake in from Goose? Is he still have ult? No, not quite. He does a lot of damage. Forces out the Aegis. Chernobog and going to trap Kuzumo and he is toast.
This is possibly a game right here if they can push this all the way down.
Yeah, I think this could be a game for sure. You got, what, 25 seconds on your next player, and it's a 1v4. I can't see him defending this without relics, so...
This was a very strong game showing from both teams right here. This game could have gone either way up until that last fight.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why Chernobog didn't ult over. He could have helped Discordia in the backline or went on, you know, one of their frontliners or one of their backliners or something, you know. I guess he didn't want to, maybe he had no good targets to go on, but that was really strange. Maybe that was a misclick or something, but...
Or he might have had, you know, thought he had a little bit more time as well, trying to, you know, get that slow longer.
Yeah, maybe. It also could have been, you know, like communication, like, oh, we're fine, you know, don't come over, you got time, or so. Yeah, it could have been a handful of things, but I think that ended up really ultimately costing him that game, that he wasn't there. That's really unfortunate for them. Yeah. What a game, though. What a good game.
Oh, yeah. Back and forth, you know. We had everything we wanted in a good game, you know. We had that early gank on the AG Revenant side and everything.
You know, it feels good that you can play Thanatos, not even hit level 20 in 35 minutes and still win the game. I've had games like that, so, you know,
can relate. Saying that execute is always nice, and to be honest, the execute damage is never implemented into that player damage, so...
That's true, that's true. But to be fair, did he get an execute that game? I saw him miss quite a few times.
He did get the execute at least on one. I think it was the Sobek or it was the Kuzma. One the two. They're both green. You know.
I'll trust you for now.
They're green. You know, reptiles / amphibians. Amphibians actually, not reptiles. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. So wow, game 1. Go to Incompetent Strategy. I didn't think that's how the game was going to go, but that's interesting. Yeah, because I guess they did have the better draft in the end, technically, even though they weren't playing the draft amazingly. One team fight's all it really took, and they just took it over.
Yep, but that's, you know, how fun Smite can be and how frustrating Smite can be at times.
Yeah.
It's never over till it's over in games. One bad fight can really, you know, cost the game.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I want to see how they handle, you know, losing game 1 like that, because they had that pretty much all game, I would say. I mean, it was back and forth for a lot of that game, actually, the later parts of that game, but I would say they were in control for most of that game, and I never really thought that Incompetent Strategy had control of that game ever, really, and it just seemed like, you know, one last team fight kind of costed them. So we'll see if that plays on Revenant and all in game 2, and hopefully they can bounce back and give us a good set.
Yep. Great, we are going to go on to slight intermission, and we will see you after. And welcome back, everyone. We're back for game 2. We're expecting from the teams this next match.
I mean, I liked a lot of the play at AG Revenant. I think they just got unlucky and lost one fight, and it kind of just lost them the game. So if they could just play how they did early on, I think that they'll have a much smoother time and transition it a little bit better into the late game. I think they'll, you know, have a better time of things. Their team fights were pretty good for the most part. They were a little sloppy on both sides, really. So I'd like to see more cohesion, I guess, from both teams.
Right, getting into picks and bans now. AG Revenant is the blue side this time. You know, like what was supposed to be last time.
you know that they've been reversed for like the entirety of game 1. I'm probably going to start calling them the wrong teams when they're on the right side, and it's going to be even more confusing. So let's hope not.
Oh, there's a Thor ban this time when he wasn't picked or banned last game.
Yeah, maybe they like both teams forgot about him and were like, oh yeah, Thor exists. Yeah, we should probably ban that god, huh? That was very interesting.
Can he be banned from my casual games, please?
just nerf him, revert him back to old Thor. There was nothing wrong with old Thor. Literally nothing.
Revert him back to old Thor when his wall didn't stun.
All right, buddy. You're talking crazy.
All right, Thor, but there's the Hunbats and Raijin. So they were respecting Call Me Rich's Raijin this game.
Yeah, I thought he played well on the Raijin. He just got super dove, and there's not much you could do into two full, well, I shouldn't say full tank, but 2 Guardians running at you. So yeah, probably not. I don't know. I don't know if that's the best ban or not. I guess Merlin's ban as well. Kuzumbo, I like that. They don't want to deal with that anymore. I understand why. I'm surprised they let Sobek through though, because I would probably prefer a Kuzumbo to a Sobek.
Actually, for that
don't
game,
know.
Kuzumbo, I would say, caused a lot more disruption for the team,
Yeah, that's
especially
true.
since the ults were just really causing havoc in the team fights.
That's
from the
true.
Kuzumbo.
He was able to just displace everyone, and then their backline was getting destroyed. Or their backline was living while their other backline was getting destroyed by the Kuzumbo. So first pick Ho Yi. I wouldn't mind seeing a Horus. I'm surprised we didn't see him last game at all. Actually,
There's a Sobek right there.
Horus wasn't picked or banned last game either, huh? Interesting. There's a lot of gods you forget about when they're just not on the screen in front of you. So they're gonna run back the Sobek though, which, well, I guess they're gonna take away the Sobek.
Yep.
Away, so I like that.
And there's the Yemoja. This is the same thing I called for last time because it just shows your hand and that can be Sobek solo.
Yeah, but even though it shows their hand, there's really not much they could do about it.
Yeah.
Like last game, I thought it would show their hand last game because I thought they were going to run some double hunter thing, but they ended up not doing that anyway. Jormungandr, always a good pick in solo lane, especially into this Sobek. He should be a boring game over there for the most part.
Yeah. The only thing with the Jormungandr pick is the fact that he has a hard time against people with healing in that solo lane. With him not having any himself, he has that burst, but he cannot sustain for longer times, which hurts Yorm.
Erlang Shen. That's a pick I haven't seen in a while. I'm assuming that's in the jungle. Yeah,
that's an Erlang Shen jungle right there.
It could be support as well. I've seen that as well, but I would assume that's probably in the jungle. It does a lot of damage. Not quite as good now as he used to be, but still pretty good. Early, especially.
And there's the Z-Blanky, which in the, I would say about mid-level play at least, Z-Blanky has been one of the best performing hunters, I would say.
Yeah, no, for sure. Especially if the game goes a long time like it did for game 1. He's one of the best hunters the later the game goes. Daji banned out, Pele banned out. Yeah, pretty much the same bans for
but there's that Discordia ban as well. They didn't like that Discordia pick.
Yeah, Discordia is pretty safe, pretty easy to hit people from really far away, especially with a giant box taunt that does a lot of damage and sets up everyone else to do a lot of damage. Basically like a ranged Athena taunt that does half your health. It's really annoying, so I can understand why they want to get rid of that. And Hell.
There's a Hell ban too, which I could see that a bit with the Emoji Sobek. That's a lot of CC, but that can be negated from the Hell.
And there's the Robin ban. I was waiting for that. I had a feeling that they weren't going to let that through after the first game. Actually, no. Wait a minute, because then they played.
That's the other Robin. Team. Yeah, they
That's
played
interesting.
Robin.
Actually, that's interesting because I thought he played pretty great on it. Honestly, I think he was probably the best, had the most impact last game on that god. So interesting that they banned it away. I'm wondering what they're going to go to.
I think it might be because that was first pick for the Incompetent Strategy that really brought them to do that ban. Because they didn't want them having it.
Nasia are going to be locked in here. I'm wondering who they're going to pick for their mid here.
Oh. Are they teasing us again?
They might be. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. I'm never sold until they lock in.
That was the same person that teased us last game with that Athena pickup.
I believe it will be Jing Chen, but I don't know about this Freya. I'm still...
Yeah, the Freya is the one, is that... Wait, no, I could believe it, because Huyi, it would be Freya's support.
Freya
ADC, but Huyi mid.
I bet it could be Freya mid, too, as well. That's not terrible. Well, I don't know how good she is now with the clear.
There's my jungler right there. There's my jungler right there, Ymir.
This draft is interesting. Yeah, I'm not sold that this is going to be a Freya lock-in, but If it is, yeah, you're probably right. It probably will be Hu Yi mid because Freya's early clear is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Now that they reverted it. So.
Also, she is very very
very susceptible to ganks. Yeah, for sure. Don't worry, I got the chorus.
Okay, there's the Scylla. Okay.
Ganesha.
See, it was a troll.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've never sold until they lock in. Never. Man. Give me the Loki.
I still want to see, next week, guys. Anybody watching next week, get a triple Guardian comp. If they're spectating, we will cast it.
This doesn't surprise me at all because Rich absolutely fried on Vulcan the last time I've seen him play it. Their team has a lot of annoying characters, I will say. I don't know. They don't exactly have the best, like, I don't know, like, cohesion. I don't know. This is so interesting draft. They drafted the Neja, which usually you want to pair with, like, a giant ultimate of some kind, right? But not always the case. Yeah,
they do have Vulcan ult to pair with it.
I guess that's not.
It
that's
depends
not
on how much timing they've had and everything.
I don't doubt Rich can play Vulcan because I've seen it. So I'm not. You don't gotta sell me on that. You gotta sell me on how the rest of the draft works.
Yeah. If Rich knows the timing well on that Najal, like played with Najal a lot, to where he can time it to perfectly when she hits the ground. Don't
get me wrong, I really like their draft. Like, I like their draft and Incompetent Strategy. I think it does a lot of things really well, but I don't know how it works together. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Just like everything else. I do like Revenant's draft as well. I think it comes online a little bit later. And late game, this draft, I think. I don't know. I don't know who wins the late game with this draft. I think probably Incompetent Strategy does have the better late game with the Vulcan, with the Diva, with the Sobek.
I would actually give it to AG Revenant because late game, having that, a lot of damage, even if built tanky from the Erling, but you got also Scylla who can, put a lot of damage with just her crush. And then you put I'm a Monster, and that's gonna about one-shot people.
I'm just not a huge fan of Erlang late game, really. I just don't think he does enough late game.
Never take out, the possibility of having some consistent damage from the Ganesh, especially through his ult.
Yeah, that's true. The objective burn
with it because they got good roots and stuns to where if Ganesha ults onto someone, they're getting shredded and hurt a lot to where just Ganesha could probably tear some people down late game.
That's true. That is true. Very true. The silence will be probably the most annoying thing for Rich and for Birch to deal with this game. Well, one of the many things I should say. There's a lot of CC on the side of AG Revenant this game, so they're gonna have to be careful. And
I'm gonna give first wave to Emoji, but I think second wave because she'll have a lot of her Omi down as long as they don't take too much damage, unlike they are down.
I mean,
I take back what I was gonna say.
Ganesh just took like all of his health, so I don't know about that one. He still has his Hand of the Gods.
Oh, that
he didn't even use it. I'm not sure if he's saving it for the big harpy or what.
Or like he's going for.
I'm not really sure where I started doing this. Yeah, he lost both of those and lost a considerable amount of health there. Usually, especially when you see the other jungler, I don't even do that usually anymore. Oh my, a lot of damage Lunatics take.
I would say this is possible invade.
Yeah, 100%. They're gonna. They should have went for red there instead of Oracles, the duo lane. I think that was free if they did. And it looks like they're going for it now.
Here they go right now.
Looks like this might be a kill. So's really low, but does hit level 3, so able to get him out of there.
They are going to be able to probably pick up this early. They got 3 onto him.
They missed pretty much everything, so looks like he's going to get out. Level 2 still, not what you like to see. He's going to lose a lot of health, and he's going to have to back. Probably only going to get boots 1 there, if that. So, not a great time there, but better alive than dead, so.
What was surprising is they weren't able to pressure that Zeeplonky to where he had that one wave alone to where now he's level 3 versus the level 2.
Yeah, Zeeplonky, like, especially early game. Does a lot more damage than people think, especially to the wave, especially, well, to you and the wave. You can hit you and the wave at the same time if you fucking angle right, so against into a Ho Yi, it doesn't really do, the Ho Yi doesn't do as much until you get some items, especially. And into a Yamoja especially, is just gonna get stunned and take a ton of damage here. Spell's gonna dash in, and nothing more is gonna come to the, looks like, but a lot of poke here in the duo lane.
Now going to the camps for the junglers, you know, about the same rotation, or like a little bit ahead in the, you know, rotation. Possibly going for this invade here on that blue buff. But Sobek's coming over as well. I don't think he's gonna be able to.
Yeah, I don't think they get this. I think they get cleared before they get here, and they will, so. Deja, a little bit ahead of the Erlang now, especially since he had to back so early on. And invade onto the Alpha Harpy here, or the OP Harpy, as I like to call it.
Oh, I just noticed something interesting, thankfully brought up in chat. The Sobek went in the solo lane Mage's Blessing over that Warrior's Blessing.
Oh, you're right. I think that's fine, for the most part. He's going to take a lot more damage from the Yorm once he gets items, but... Oh, thank you for that. That was my ears. He's gonna take a lot of damage, but it looks like Yorm proxying takes a lot of damage. He's gonna ult out actually over there. So off screen, you can see a giant serpent just mosey on out of there. I believe, yeah, he didn't even proxy the wave. I'm not even sure what happened. It looked like he ran through the tower or something. It looked like he might have tried to proxy the wave, but had to ult out. And yeah, Sobek's gonna do a lot of damage. Mage's Blessing got buffed a while ago, so now gives 30 extra power instead of just 20 like it did before, so a lot more clear early damage from Sobek than probably he was expecting, which will in turn force him back. And he's going Traveler's Shoes as well. I actually kind of like this because movement speed's kind of an underrated stat that people don't really look at.
Don't get me started on movement speed stat right now. Don't get me started. Movement speed is still one of the most OP.
Oh yes, it's OP, 100%. Especially like you have a lurking in the waters below you with 2 movement speed items. Yeah, good luck getting out of that. No dash up, you dead.
Moja doing Emoja things, slowing and stunning onto that Hu Yi. Just being a nuisance early game.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't think Yorm, especially if he goes, like, he went Stone of Binding first item, he's not going to have enough damage to kill Sobek by himself. Especially if he goes defense first, like a lot of mages do. And solo lane, looks like Yorm is 2v1ing over there. Trying to get the buff, I'm not sure. It looks like he was unable to get the new buff. Erlang's rotating over. 2v2 over there. It's like a low health bar on Fox, and they're gonna get out just fine. Right over here, Emoja hits the stun, but jumped out just in time. Ganesh ult's gonna come out. Looks like he hit him, but not able to connect with the whole thing. Emoja ult, Expo ult come out, beads from them. And I don't think they know the Scylla
and
here.
there's that Scylla. Oh!
Rich gonna dash in. Shell comes out, but it looks like Emoja's gonna die. Can he hit the second one over the wall? Close, but no cigar. X-Ball's gonna get out with his life, and that could have been a lot worse. Rich just off the mark with that I'm a Monster in the second use, so unfortunately it could have been a double, but they do get the first blood on the Rich on the Scylla, so or sorry, not Rich, my bad. Lunatics. See, I'm reading the scoreboard backwards again. This is, you know, I knew this would happen.
Yep, we finally get it fixed in your.
Yeah, we got it fixed. I'm reading it backwards. It's fine. It's fine. You happy, chat? That's what you did to me. Anyways, so Lunatics gets the first blood. He's gonna have 500 extra gold in his pocket. And 500 damage from that meatball. JK. Can you imagine a Vulcan meatball did 500 damage? Like level 1 or something. Level 2.
That's how you know you get him banned in every single
Buff
game.
mid laners.
Never. What do you think they did when they buffed Magic Plan?
They made my life harder. Because now I get everybody running at me, not just the jungle. Rich is gonna ult over Yorm, barely gets into that ultimate. And looks like he's gonna get out A-OK here. And pretty much, yeah, just a wash. Bunch of ults used, nothing really got out of that. Except a solo kill onto the Hunter. It's Birch. Guys over there, and it looks like Goose cleaned up. What? I thought he was out.
Yeah.
I guess Kagrin didn't back, or lazy back. I think he was doing his blue, because it's down on the ground right now. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Looked like maybe a lazy back, and he got caught. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, Yorm with the power boots now is pretty scary. 75 power on a Guardian, plus the Sona Binding. That's no joke. And things are settling down. You know, I say that, and they'll probably, you know, take a 3v3 any second now. But yeah, so I guess what I was saying before. Oh yeah, also he didn't get teleport. He went blink first item with the Traveler's Shoes, which is smart because teleport's kind of an unimportant relic. Once you get past landing phase, it's only really used to TP to really like Phoenix fights, FG fights once if you ever have it up, which it's really not up much. Beads from Scylla, forced out there from Fox. Good try, but Lunatic's too quick with the beads. Able to get away, but they are forced, so that's a window of opportunity. I'd like to see them look for the Gold Fury now that they know his beads are down, and he's going to be pretty vulnerable for a while here. Not sure if they have the damage quite yet, but trying to do something while that window is open is going to be important here. I think they can do it, to be honest. With Vulcan Turret, Neja, they got the healing. I think this is a good call if they go for it. But it looks like Incompetent Strategy do have... Yeah, they have a Sentry Ward on top side. Looks like it's in a good spot. I'd like to see them try and do something here. Vulcan delaying his pen for a bit. Going, I believe, probably into Chronos Pendant. Maybe Charon's Coin. Could be Charon's Coin. That would make sense, actually, if it is. Neja caught in enemy territory here is gonna ring toss and skedaddle on out of there. Ooh, that crush just nailed Rich for 479, looked like. It's a lot of damage from level 11 Scylla here. Has Spirit Deso already done 30% cooldown already, so his abilities are going to be up pretty often now. I'm just waiting for this next crush to come out and hit somebody for half their health.
Yeah, Selbek lurking over there in the corner, waiting to possibly get a pluck here. I don't know if they know he's there. And there's the emoji ult. People on heal.
Lunatic's gonna live through that. Ganesh ult's forced, and it looks like he's going to die from Call Me Rich here. Nice Vulcan ult. This agent just...
Oh, and Sobek gets barely picked off from the Scylla right there.
Oh, what?
And,
Looked like the tower shot just got him.
Yorm in the back as well. Getting off some damage on that Vulcan. There goes the ults.
And he's gonna dive Rich here for sure, 100%. Whether he gets the kill or not, we'll see. Umoja really low, 1 HP. Crush is gonna finish the job. Yorm's still chasing the Vulcan, and this guy is toast. Oh, well, maybe not. He's not gonna end up getting the kill. I'm actually really surprised he didn't get the kill there. I guess he just didn't have cooldowns up. No cooldown reduction really in this build so far, so really long cooldowns on Jormungandr with that, no CDRs, so unfortunate he couldn't get rich there, but yeah, that was a wild fight. Surge literally got out by maybe like 5 health. No joke, probably literally 5 health is what he lived by. And as you can see, Revenant starting to mount a lead here. 3,300 gold, almost 5k experience already at 12 minutes. That's pretty significant, actually. And
well, we saw this exact same thing last time. They had that lead early on. But... So it's still, you know, anybody's game at this point. You know, it's not a lead that can, you know,
yeah, no lead safe
come back
here.
From.
No lead is safe here, especially after you're right. After what happened last game, is it in their heads or not? If they can keep playing and playing smart and farming effectively, I think, you know, they can win this game. I like their draft quite a bit, but I don't think it translates as well into the late game as Incompetent Strategy. So other than maybe, I guess the Scylla is going to be, quote unquote, a monster. Sorry, cringe, I know, I had to do it.
You have to say it right. You have to say it in the girl voice.
No. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting reported today. I just noticed, actually, a 3-level difference in the jungle yet again. Fox had an early lead on the Neja, but it looks like Surge is just farming more effectively than Fox right now. I'm not sure if he's just getting his backs taken by somebody else or what's going on. Yorm does a ton of damage to Fox there as he's running away. Ult's coming out. Fight on the backside.
Oh, he gets one.
Fox
gets 2 and the kill on him. Ooh. Great Yorm ult right there.
Yeah, that was. He cut off the path and it would have forced him back into the rest of his team if he had missed it anyway.
Sobek does go in, does ult, and the Vulcan ult does miss, unfortunately.
That was a really good play by Ganesh, but I think Scylla is still dead at the end of that. Looks like
and Hui gets the kill over here as well.
Yeah, I think that was a solo kill and missed all that team fight, actually. So it looks like a 3 for 2 at the end of that. Neja spawning now.
Oh, but it's not over yet. We got them collapsing on the Sobek right now. Goose. He does get dash, but...
Yeah, Goose gets out of there just barely. No cooldowns available for AG Revenant, and it looks like just a 3v2, 3 for 2 at the end of that fight. Yeah, I'm surprised that went as poorly as it did, considering the solo kill.
I'm surprised Neja's trying to fight this. Neja's level 9 versus that Yorm, who is 14.
Yeah, I don't think Neja was trying to fight that at all. I think he's just like, oh, you're here? That means I'm not. Bye. As Surge is going to get plucked back in. What a good pluck. Straight into the Neja. That's what we call cohesion that I was looking for. And it looks like they're going to clean that up. That was very nice by Incompetent Strategy. That's the kind of stuff I'd like to see. CC on top of CC, or not on top, after CC. Ult's gonna come out onto the Yorm, and he's gonna have ult back up again already. So he should be alright here, but they're starting up the Gold Fury, and it looks like no one's really able to contest this. So going back to farming.
Gold for that.
Yeah, Ganesh no ult, so a good call. And finally that Gold Fury I wanted to see by Incompetent Strategy. So they cut their deficit down to just 1.5k, which really they weren't even down by that much before, so I would call it pretty much even now. The only real deficit now is pretty much just the XP, and that's mainly in the jungle. But AG Revenant going to answer back with the Pyro. That should mitigate some of the losses that they just had. And, well, that's
there's the Vulcan up too.
That was the sad Vulcan. I don't even think
it was just a little cold outside.
Yeah,
it's just a little cold outside.
It's fine. So, I think things are pretty much... I would call them about even, to be honest. Fox did catch up quite a bit, actually, after that last fight. But now level 12. Now has his... Well, doesn't quite have his second relic yet, but when he backs, he will have that. A horrific emblem by the Jorm, too, picked up as well. So that'll really cause some problems for the backline, especially on this Ho-Yi, which I'm assuming will be probably the target the rest of the game for him. Looks like he might be building a... I'm not sure, Mystical Mount maybe? Big Guardian, something along those lines. To just really annoy him. And no crit for these hunters, actually. I'm kind of surprised. We've seen a lot of crit lately.
One thing I
against
would have
Richard,
liked
so.
possibly picked up that I don't see too much against Ymoja would have been Ankh. Because whenever she twos, that, you know, just gets that extra damage on the team.
And off screen, looks like Crimson Fire just was. Oh my god.
Oh, that's Scylla.
Yeah, that's no joke.
You're just mind your own business, you know, walk around the walls in jungle and all of a sudden just get hit by a monster. That
I don't even think he was on a ward. There's no ward there. So yeah, I'm not even sure how he. Maybe a call out. He just ran and fired it. Oh, he's getting absolutely shredded by Birch here.
But he's gonna get picked up by this early and Ganesh coming in as well.
Yeah, the whole team is here. That's unfortunate that he couldn't wait another, you know, a couple seconds really. That's just, yeah, unfortunate. Birch played that really well though. He went all in on it. He might have died, but he got the kill before they rotated on him. They didn't even have to use any relics either. Actually, Ho Yi didn't. Okay. Did what? Did I just see that? That guy has Genjis and binding, and he just got what?
Moving on.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the wrong person. But what? The guy just.
Moving on.
See, I thought that was the tank for a second. I'm trolling, guys. It's fine. That's why I was like freaking out. Anyways, so Rich kind of just killed that guy. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm kind of speechless after that. That was interesting. He just kind of didn't move. He just kind of just like took that to the dome.
Oh, you got Yorm in the back right there, sieging tower, and you got Najat and Sobek onto him. They're just ignoring him though at this point. Like, I think that's pretty much a smart thing to do.
I mean, you can't really kill his Yorm. At most, you're gonna force his ultimate out, and that requires way more than just one person to go over there at this point. Maybe if you hit everything, you can get him down pretty low, but he still has his ult, so it's gonna be pretty annoying. A good Ganesh ult. Rich takes quite a bit of damage. Shell coming out. Ganesh is by himself right now, though. Baiting out a lot. He gets his dash caught, and that should be a dead elephant there.
But they are invading that backline, you know, they're getting that Ganesh kill, but they just had, you know, a cleanup from the Hui and the Yorm in the backline to where now it's just free game.
Yeah, 5v2, you know, just the tanks left. This should just be a clean side here. D
side and possibly setting up for a fire here.
Yeah, honestly,
like that was great by Revenant and everything.
Yeah, that was perfect.
As soon as, you know, they committed on, you know, the Ganesh, they just turned the fight on to Incompetent Strategy and just made them pay for it.
Yeah, I think that was really just like Ganesh, I think, just went in too early there, and he just kind of died. Well, also, he didn't really have any follow-up from his ultimate, I guess, why I'm saying he went in too early. So he was out of the fight. He didn't have any buttons left. He had to use everything to get himself out, and then he can't help his carries in the back, and it was just a mess of a team fight. They get FG for basically free there, plus 5 kills, so yeah, not looking good. They can go to the Oni Fury now and clean that up when they come back, and that's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was just like
we're in a similar position as last game, because I believe this will probably be a lot of the towers going down because this lead just got off from that fight.
Yeah, last game they got the first FG probably around 15 or so minutes, so it was a little early. This one's a little bit later. They have Oni Fury. They have so many towers left to get. So this gold lead's going to go from 5 to maybe 10, 12, 15 after if they get all of these structures and stuff down. So this is pretty considerable if they can convert this FG into objectives here, which it looks like they did a pretty good job fighting last time, so I don't even know if they want to test this Oni Fury or not with FG. This might not be a great call, but they're showing face here for now. Whether or not they want to stick around is another story.
Oh, and there's Ganesha ults and gets pick off on that Najah right there.
Lunatic gonna go into I'm a Monster, hits 2 of them, gets 1 kill. Umoja really low here in the back, gonna 3 on out. While on the other side, Yorm gonna take to the sky here. Agent Surge does kill Birch here. And yeah, they're just gonna clean up 4 here. This Rich is the last one, and no buttons left. Honestly, they could probably just go to the Phoenix here. Probably it's a little early to end the game, I think.
Yeah,
pretty low cooldown or respawn
because
timers,
it's 14
but,
seconds
wow.
till Naja's up, and another 24.
I mean, the way they're playing right now, they could probably do it. They got DSI in 4 kills in the last 2 fights they've taken. Phoenix is melting, and it looks like that might be the call here to go for the Yan. But no, they're gonna back off. They're gonna respect them. Still 22 minutes into the game, and honestly, that probably could have been an end. They're pretty healthy still, but better safe than sorry. So back to the Oni Fury they go.
Yeah, they're just gonna take the safe one. They can get only push up left. Red's gonna push up on its own because they gotta defend left and mid. It's where they're gonna get the other tower as well.
Yeah, so they basically just kind of took over in the past. Like, it's like it reminded me of like old. Remember like old NRG when they would like it was like 15 minutes. Okay, we're ready to fight now, and then they'll just curb stomp you into the ground, and that's kind of what just happened. They just like, okay, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. We're just gonna win every fight and take all your stuff now and win the game. So yeah,
That's how it's been going so far.
yeah,
Like,
so
not
much gold
too
to
many
spend,
answers
too.
so far in this fight. Or, Incompetent Strategy against Revenant.
Yeah, like look at the net worth there. Their lowest player is higher than their highest player in the gold department. So yeah, that's not what you like to see. Everybody's going to be really far behind in items now, as well as XP. They're still not level 20 on the other side. Yeah, this is going to be a really hard defense here. I'm not sure if they're going to try and siege another Phoenix. They might just go for this last tower. Fire Giant is running out here. 30 seconds left, so that would be probably the smart call. But they did just back for items, so we'll see, I guess. And yeah, 11,000 gold. Very well, 9,000 gold difference. Just about 10, I would say.
About 10,000, so that would be about 2,000, up per person. So they're looking about almost an, entire item.
It looks like we got 2 separate fights going on. One here at the tier 2 and left, and one at the tier 2 and right on the respective sides. Emoja drops the ultimate. Aegis Surge kills Burst on the other side while this fight is going on. Ganesh takes a ton of damage, and that's a nice Vulcan off, but it doesn't do any damage to Ganesh. Does he have Aegis? No, that was a shell. But it didn't do any damage to him.
And they're just gonna get picked off right here. Oh,
but they take 2 down. They kill the Scylla. This could be FG for them. But they're gonna need to send somebody back to defend their base.
The first flaw in AG Revenant team fights so far. Up until this point, they've been running the game after the midpoint.
Yeah, I think that was just a bad call from them. They sent. There was 2 people left, or at least 1 person left. I saw, and then everybody else was in right. And there's just no reason to split there. They already have. I mean, maybe they're trying to push the wave and they just caught them off guard. But there's no reason to split up when you have this big of a lead and give them a chance back into it. It's not really going to amount to much, though. I don't think they're spawning up now, unless they go for Fire Giant right away, which doesn't look like they're going to be able to do with Birch just spawning. So yeah, nothing really comes out of that other than
it was nice, burst of life from Incompetent, Strategy, starting to, get themselves back into this game to win those 5v5 fights.
Yeah, really, I think that was just another misplay from Revenant trying to split up like that. Not to discredit Incompetent Strategy, I thought that they played that pretty well. But yeah, I just don't think there's any reason for the AG Revenant to be that split apart, really. Especially when FG was spawning. They're on the other side of the map. I don't know. Let's just hopefully they can clean up their gameplay if they want to try and close out the set and not have a repeat of game 1 here. Nice Ganesh tree, but he misses the follow-up and a little bit of poke, not amounting to much. As Yorm takes about half his health.
All up in the left alone and everything, getting some solo farm. Getting some more gold to get our more items online, which will make, I'm a monster hit that much more.
Oh, wow.
And, there's a pick off on the Neja.
I think he just soloed him. I didn't see anyone else there.
Nope.
And yeah, Neja, no relics, so that looked like a clean kill to me. This looks like Surge I didn't think he used his ultimate there. I'm not sure what happened. He must have just caught him off guard.
They got a full build on,
Yeah,
right
that's
now,
true.
but he definitely and he's built specifically for those one feelings. You got that toxic blade.
Which is pretty far up here. And
oh, and there's that blink as well. And the ult. Ooh.
Good Aegis.
That was actually, great
Yeah.
Aegis. Keep him safe from walking through that Ganesh ult.
That doesn't even matter at the end of the day. Oh, he takes him out. 3 fall. Just the tanks left, or well, Birch and Yamoja left, I should say. Crimson running away. No Omi, but the rest of the team backing off to FG, and this is looking really rough. The saving grace, I'd say they do have, like I said, I think they have the better late game, but they're so far behind that I don't know if they can get to where they need to be to execute that late game. I guess they did end up throwing that last game pretty hard, so it's not something you want to bank on, but at the end of the day, if something like that happens, I want them to be able to be ready.
Once you hit about that 35-minute mark, one fight can change the game.
Exactly. So we're getting close to that point. Just need to see a little bit more.
90% of the game, a team can be winning and get dominating, but once it's that point,
I'm not sure what they're doing right now. Erlang is across the map. They're going for the Phoenix Siege. Excuse me. And looks like they will get it. Deja up in the air with 1. This probably is a death. Yeah, Hou goes down, and they could run it down here if they really wanted to. Deja hits a 6 sash from, looks like max range, forces the Ganesh to back up.
It's gonna be Ganesh death right there. Oh, and there's that horrific right now.
They're chasing Yorm in the duo lane as well, and he doesn't have ultimate. So he is most likely going to die here from an auto, and gold tier is up, so like I said before, and no game's over till it's over, and that was a pretty big mistake not waiting for your jungler to siege the mid Phoenix. They ended up getting it, but they're probably going to lose theirs in return here. Nothing else up for them to do, so only makes sense to trade mid for mid here.
Also, we got the fact that, no discredit to, Incompetent Strategy. Every time they can, get any type of fight in their favor, they, seize it to when they can. Like, they're engaging these fights when they have the best chance.
Surge just one-shot Rich in the back, and Lunatic takes out Sobek as well, and Goose not feeling that one. Fox in trade. Takes out the jungler for taking out his backline, and yeah, that's just unfortunate.
They did end up saving the mid Phoenix as well, it wasn't.
Yeah, they didn't even get any damage on it. They weren't even there yet. I don't think they were about to be there, and they're like, no, you're not passing here.
And Erlang just Erlang just blinked in and did Erlang things.
Yeah, he kind of just one-shot Rich. I wasn't sure if Rich was low there. It looked like he might have been. But yeah, he kind of just blinks in and just kills him. So yeah, Rich didn't even use actives there. I'm not sure if he even had time to use them or not.
Hey, are they trying to pass? They can't be trying to end it here, are they?
Looks like they're going to Ganesh ult the Titan, but he moves the Titan, so it's not going to do that much. They're going to reset. This is, I didn't like that call from the start, and it looked like Lunatic was like, yeah, no, I don't like that either. Get me out. I'm not dying. Not really
Especially with those respawn timers, I don't think, he had much of a chance, to get that much damage onto it. Especially with, only one Phoenix down and a tower being up.
Yeah, and Hou having to back, he was a little bit late to that anyway, so it would have been probably another 5 seconds or so by the time he gets there. Yeah, still probably not the best call. They get the tier 2 tower, which is nice. Less backdoor protections for the Titan now, and I guess maybe just wait on FG now. Is the next plan. I wouldn't mind having them take a fight now and try and around fire and just get a bunch of vision, try and get a pick, and then if they win that, if they get that pick, then just try and run it down since they have the Phoenix down already. It's spawning soon, and fire's not up for another minute, so they have a kind of this window where they can get away with something like that. Whether they want to do that or not, probably. They probably want to play a little bit safer, but that is something that could be on their mind.
Just a little bit of poke here, on the, two tanks right there, not too much of a thing. At least, little fights, nothing ever really happens too much between these big
really.
ones now.
I didn't really point it out earlier, but Scylla 10-2 and 7 having a really good game on this Scylla.
Oh yeah.
I think I said Scylla twice. Lunatics having a great game.
Rich, as much praise as he can get, he's only having, not terrible, but not effective game as Vulcan, 3 and 4 at the moment.
Yeah, I think Rich is doing what he can. He's self-peeling really well. He's actually getting a lot of peel this game. Like last game, I don't think he got. Well, he tried to get peel, but last game there's a lot of characters you just can't peel off. So this game he's getting a little bit more help with the with the emoja on him a little bit more, it would seem. So he's able to do a little bit more damage, and he's a better character to deal with their dive as well in the Vulcan. So yeah, it looks like a dance around the fire giant starting. War division cleared for Revenant. Kagran takes half his health and Soda's just dead. What happened there? I don't know. Kagran takes to the sky, one-shots Fox with the help of the Ganesh ult there.
And they're going to be able to collapse onto this Umoja as well, most likely.
Yeah, Incompetent Strategy is so
He's very
right now.
speedy, but...
What is Birch doing? Birch just got snuck up behind. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but they didn't have ward vision, I guess, but that was just probably not the best idea there. I guess he's trying to lifesteal off the wave, but... Oh, Umoja still has the shell up after that fight. That's not good.
And that's going to be end of her, You can only run from an air lane so long.
Yeah. Learned that the hard way. What's your Giannis?
This is going to be another FB for Revenant. They could possibly, do another siege and get another Phoenix here to possibly look towards ending it. If they can get, a pick or two in these fights coming up.
Yeah, Goose and Fox are already spawning. I'm assuming that they're going to push down mid like you're saying. So it'll be a 3v5. They do have the enhanced FG now, so that should help a lot. With Birch
also,
spawning
you were
in 10,
looking at, 1,500 gold lead as well right now.
Yeah, at this point, really just 6 items.
15,000, not
replacing
1,500, I apologize.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of a big difference, but yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, at this point, AG Revenant just trying to replace their boots, get their speed potions and whatnot.
And that's an Oni Fury as well. That's, bad timing.
Yeah, or good timing, depending on whose side
depending
you're
on what, yeah.
Yeah, it's bias casting. It's fine. And he does it all the time.
Shots fired.
Anyway. But yeah, no, you're right though. Like Oni Fury pushing down all 3 lanes here. They're probably gonna wait for those, and that's the next wave after this current one to push. Erlang splitting in mid. Give a 3-2 for Incompetent Strategy. Now Neja rotating over. Probably smart to send. Well, I don't know about smart, but Vulcan's probably the only one that can actually clear that Oni wave in time for it to matter. Oh, and he actually takes a ton of health from Surge there, so this could be a winning fight here. Storm's taking a lot of damage. He's gonna ult straight away. Takes a lot more autos. Vulcan ult doesn't hit anyone, but
Ganesha ult within the...
They're taking a ton of poke here. So they're gonna group up for this Yorm ult. It's gonna do a ton of damage. Lunatic takes down Gusto on the backside. And Birch able to take down Poyi. That's a huge kill here. As Rich takes down Ganesh. Trades after trades, 2 for 2 so far, but low health bars on the side of AG Revenant. They're going to walk away in this fight, it looks like. And they're going to head toward mid. I'm not sure about this one, but...
Yeah, they're getting that, pressure because Phoenix just went down.
Oh, there we go. It's all an elaborate ruse. I would say that's probably still, even though they lose the right Phoenix to this Oni wave, that's definitely the best Phoenix you could possibly lose at the stage of the game, so I'm not too worried. They're probably not too worried about that in the grand scheme of things. It does suck that they have to defend fire minions over there now, but they've survived. They weathered the storm, and so now we just reset and hope to
The
win the
shutdown
fight.
on that Hui, though, he was 10-3 up until that point, to where, you know, that was worth a decent amount of gold to whoever got the killing blow right there, too.
Yeah, it looks like Fox actually built a Malice. I really like this item on Neja. I don't really build enough myself. I always forget this item exists because it's just been kind of meh for so long, but works really well with Neja currently, and he's built a ton of power to back it up. So you're getting hit with that ult, you're dying, no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless you're like really, really tanky, unless you're, you know, Yorming under, I guess. But he has Soul Reaver and Divine Ruin. I didn't even notice that. So he's building damage himself. Not too tanky enough, I guess, is what you'd say. But yeah, no, he's getting blown up.
You got someone more focused on damage, but you got, you know, Selbek over there. He's more focused on, you know, the utility a bit more, I would say. You know, having that Relic Dagger and Traveler's Boots is really helping out.
They both have Soul Reaver. They're out. They just want to do the damage to the back line.
They want to be the solo laners, truly.
Yes.
Are you truly solo laner Guardian if you don't build Soul Reaver?
That's true. Really hate how y'all can build that and do more damage than I can. It's annoying. It's fine. It's fine. Perfectly fine. It looks like Competent Strategy gonna turtle for now. FG spawning in 45 seconds. They're probably just gonna wait for that surge. Doing mids, and yeah, this will be probably the third FG, right? And no, it's getting a little bit concerning. And if they don't close out the game here with this third FG, then this game could definitely be turned on a dime.
Because now, you know, the gold lead and XP leads are, you know, getting, you know, nulled out, because when you have a full build, does a gold lead really matter?
Yeah, XP is completely irrelevant now at this point. Everybody's level 20, including the supports, 39 minutes in. Yamoja finishing her last item and replacing boots. Even the mid laners, Rich already replaced boots for Obsidian Shard, it looked like. And it's like Lunatic's done the same. Pretty much everybody already has everything done. We're just waiting on Birch to replace his boots, and then, you know, gold will be pretty much negligible minus the pots. So yeah, if they don't end this
good damage onto, and that's Aegis on the Zblanki as well.
Oh, he did not need Aegis. That's really unfortunate. And it looks like
that's a
Agri did his job there. So yeah, that's actually huge that they got his Aegis basically for free there. It's like a 1v4. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but
I don't know who to give to the edge, just because yes, there is enhanced FG, but the defenses of Incompetent Strategy so far this game have been phenomenal. Like,
yeah, they've
every
been pretty good, but
they've done, they've turned.
I just feel like their sieges on AG Revenant haven't been great. They've been really disjointed. I feel like I think they just need to prioritize the target and just make sure that target dies in this next fight, because they've been living with a lot of low health bars in the back here on Competent Strategies side. So I think if you're gonna focus anybody, it's got to be Rich at this point. Well, actually, Birch top player damage now.
And that is going to be a pickoff on the Scylla most likely here. Oh no, never mind. She does get out in time.
Oh, 1 HP in the back. Aegis, there's no way he lives through this, right? He's going to turn back into his team, and he's probably going to get taken out here for the ring toss. Sobek cleans it up eventually. Lots of damage on the front line, though, in return. Competent Strategy running for their lives with Sobek in the ultimate. Just hides against it. He's going to get out of here. And was it a blink? A beautiful blink that was.
Ooh.
Unfortunate. The Vulcan all just barely off the mark.
Barely missing. Oh, wait!
I think
How did you get the kill?
I was on the Neja that blinked away, I'm pretty sure. He caught her lazy backing, I'm assuming, at the blue or something, or just caught up with her in general. So that's a huge kill to get that return. But Lunatic's spawning a lot sooner than Fox is, and Lunatic is doing a lot more damage on the Scylla anyway. So.
And you know, Fox, last game, you know, towards bottom damage, this game, same thing, but at the same time, you know, he is having...
He's definitely having more impact this game.
Yeah.
He's setting up for his team a lot better, and they're able to to cast a lot more effectively now that they don't have Kuzenbo disrupting the entire back line, really. So I like that ban, even though it may sound, or maybe unorthodox to ban such a niche god, but it worked out really well for them, so I'm glad they took that away for this game. And after all said and done, really, Incompetent Strategy just win that trade because they get their Phoenix back up again. So, round and round we go. Will this game stop? Nobody knows.
No, we're gonna have the SPL trademarked
70-minute game. Yeah. Let's do it.
60-minute, 70-minute game right here.
Give me some water, some crackers, maybe some popcorn. Get ready for this barn burner. So 4 people still have FG on the side of Revenant. Only 50 seconds on it though, so I don't know if they feel comfortable sieging or not. Maybe want to wait for the next one at this point. And yeah, not really much to be done here. Incompetent Strategies have pretty good base defense so far, and that Revenant haven't been really able to crack yet. And I'm not really sure what exactly is the problem. I think the main issue really is just this Ganesh ult when they're grouping up for the Phoenix has just been causing so much disruption, so much damage, and so many people have been grouping up for it, and they get hit by it, and then they have to, they take more damage from this Vulcan and the Sobek that's in the front, or sorry, this Yorm that's in. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Disregard. I had a brain fart.
Just disregard.
It's fine.
You're still affected from that, Erlang death earlier.
I think I have COVID. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, Yorm going into the back again.
Oh my God, Hou Yi just gets 3-shot in the back. It's like Birch there, doing a lot of damage. Asia in the sky. Takes one with him. Hou Yi, or Surge, barely able to live. Birch takes him out with the poison dart. Still ult, hits one, but he's immediately taken out. Rich does a ton of damage with the meatball there as he takes down Kagran with the 1, and that's a 4-for-1. Another
4-for-1, possibly, possibly gonna be a 5-for-1 right here. Yep, that's gonna be a 5-for-1 trade.
Well, can they hit the CC? I don't think it really matters at this point. I think they should just be focusing on trying to. I think they can end the game. They just go down mid. Will we have another repeat of game 1? Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The timers might, sadly, Revenant having the lead for most of the game in one unfortunate team fight. And it looks like, this is 100% gonna be the end right here.
15 seconds on Hou Yi. There's
Steve
no way.
Monkey's here now.
There's no way. What a game.
Yeah, what a game.
What a game. Amazing defense by Incompetent Strategy, really. Oh, you're not really able to
credit in both games, great ending on both games by Incompetent Strategy, but both games, Revenant getting that lead and, those team fights, throughout most of the game have been great. But just unfortunately, both games, it ends off one bad team fight for them.
Yeah, I think that really that last team fight, Rich did a ton of damage to 2 people, but also Birch kind of just went unchecked during that last fight. He basically 3-shot Hou Yi in the back. Sobek got the last hit, but I saw him hit 3 auto attacks in a row, and he's just dead after that, and he's able to turn and do a ton of damage to their front line in trade, and Rich just able to clean it up, and that was just a disaster.
If you don't look at the victory defeat screen, you would think it's an obvious AG Revenant win.
Yeah, really. I don't know. Like I said, sieging is one of the hardest things to do in Smite, and they just weren't able to crack the base. And wow, GG, Incompetent Strategy take that set 2-0, and really, I'm kind of speechless after that, because that's just two straight games of basically the same narrative where they get a lead in the early game, maybe not so much this game as the first game. No,
this game was more. Yeah, this game was more apparent in the lead though.
Yeah, and then
it was more back and forth the first game, but this one, it got really big at one point.
Yeah, they were up 12,000, 10,000 gold. They had FG, and then they go, and just something about the Phoenixes where they go to the Phoenix Siege, and then they just couldn't seem to crack it. They get wiped multiple times. Or maybe not wiped, but they lose the trade or something. They trade evenly. Even if you trade evenly at a Phoenix, there's not really much you could do if the Phoenix is still standing afterwards. So just hats off to Incompetent Strategy for being able to overcome the deficit both games and able to clutch up. So, GG's to them.
All right. So with that, as you know, the end of the first set. Second set, we'll be going to right after this. It will be the BOTG Girthworms versus Baron's Cough Medicine, and that will be a great game to watch as well. So stay tuned.
Whew, I need some water.